famous. Yeah, I gotta keep it trendy on my soul. I'm the most selfish person that I know. Here we go, down the rabbit hole. Got a couple carrots round my neck. Self-respect, when you out of line, you put yourself in check. They don't hear me, they don't hear me though. Cycles going round and round and round like a merry-go. Stand for truth, or fall for any old scenario. That's why I keep my circle smaller than a Cheerio. Cause it's the company you keep. Stay woke, please don't get caught sleep. End up sowing what you read.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. We are at Chrome. We are at the event that we rushed to the last couple of weeks to get this Laurel ready. Got it all tuned. It's a little bit down on power to what it used to be, but still making good power. So we're gonna have a good time this weekend. We're currently lined up in the scrutineering lane, so we're gonna go through. Should be sweet. Yeah, see what today brings us and what tomorrow brings us. You excited?
Very excited. Hopefully no low on RB though. That'd be bad.
Fingers crossed. Car past scrutineering, flew through. We just had to tighten up the battery bracket because old mate didn't do that last night.
Shut up.
Yeah, so we're about to head out on track. First thing we're going to do, we're just going to go through a cruise session, see what sort of cars are out on track and give this thing a little bit of a shakedown.
We got it in the perfect line.
The rubbing, how good?
Yeah, it's just clearing itself slowly.
Rubbing real bad.
Eventually it might stop.
You got destroyed.
Around like 3 months ago, would have been dead. Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Yeah. Anthony bullied me to pick my nuts up and walk around with a camera and show you guys a little bit of what's here. I feel so nervous now walking around with a camera talking to it. Like as I'm doing this right now, there's people looking at me.
What's the worst that could happen though? Like,
oh, literally nothing. I'm just, self-conscious of being that guy.
what's the worst? What's wrong?
Evo, what is this, a 6? I think so. Wide body kit.
Yeah. The crowd killer?
It's a Mustang. Watch out.
I hate the sound of that BMW on track. It sounds like a jet.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that good.
It's actually horrible. 14, that was that Corey shop?
Yeah, row of S14s. Yeah, that was a Corey shop the other day. Apologies if you guys can actually barely hear us. We're right next to the track straight. Yeah, that 300Z has got an interesting paint job.
Or is it a wrap?
Could be.
I think it's wrapped. Yeah, it's wrapped. I like it. I like it.
It's like,
I don't like it, but I like it.
it's like somewhat color shifting.
Yeah, it's like a pearly
Oh,
grey.
dude, it's RB swap.
Oh, that's gangster.
Twin turbo too.
Oh, that's M25 twin turbo.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, it's got BCT. Yeah,
That's fucking gangster.
it's a twin turbo 25 Det 300Z. This is instantly one of my favorite cars here. Yeah, I love that 300Z. I wasn't a fan of it at first, but after seeing the twin turbo 25 in it, that's changed.
You gotta respect it. That's so cool.
Yeah,
Low end, it's so much more responsive. Obviously, smaller turbos.
yeah.
You're not gonna make as much top end, but like they're just so gangster.
I love the color on that.
Yeah, that thing's beautiful.
I want an FD so bad one day.
I know he bought one for like $700 running.
Wow.
You know,
You're an idiot, you should have.
No. You know why I missed out? I was on my way. He got offered 10k. It was literally a barn find. This guy didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And some dude randomly offered him 10k, and I like almost got there and got a message saying, "Oh mate, it's gone."
This is sick. I love FB RX-7s. It's so clean. Yeah.
There's some mean cars out here. This thing goes.
Yeah. It's pretty clean.
Here we have an RB25DE plus T. Got a Pulsar G30 G30. Obviously the goods.
This thing is beautiful. So our dumbasses left our race suits at the workshop, but shout out to Sam for bringing them down for us.
Thanks, Sam.
Typical shitbox Nissan things, the window regulator or the switch or something doesn't work, so Anthony's got to put the window up, but he's got to take the door card off and use the Milwaukee battery. How good.
Don't you be dissing my shitbox.
How good. I'm about to go and do a burnout, redeem myself for fours and rotors. It's actually a bit wet now, so we shouldn't blow an axle, but unfortunately, I think the power steering pump on this is gone. We noticed in the last couple of cruise sessions, towards the end, it would start to lose it, and we thought it might have just been it getting hot, but the car's completely cooled off now, and yeah, the power steering is real bad.
Wrong way.
Good skill. Keep it going, Joel. Keep it going.
It's real hard to control that car doing speed.
Well, that sucked. I had very little power steering that whole run. It would be sweet, and then it would cut out, then it would be sweet, then it would cut out, and I did have it in low boost. I don't want to turn it on high because it still turns the water meth on, and we think it keeps cutting in and out, but it's breathing a lot of oil now.
Up the forged RB, eh?
Yeah.
Time for a rebuild.
Fuck, that was such a handful with no power steering. That sucked.
I haven't actually seen like many cars that like when you flick it out, spin as fast, like rotate as fast around as this does.
Yeah.
Like it throws you.
Yeah. So we're back from a very underwhelming weekend at Chrome. We were running around last minute, as we always do, on the Friday night beforehand, finishing off the Laurel and getting it ready. We had to take the valve cover off my engine to throw it onto this. If you guys remember back to Fours and Rotors when we were down in Timaru, we had cracked all along the side of Anthony's one. We got it welded back up, threw it back on there, but ever since then it still had just a couple of leaks here and there. When the oil got hot, thinned out, and it would just actually leak onto the manifold a little bit. So we chucked my one on there, and we also chucked my catch can in here because obviously that's needed, and it was definitely needed for this motor with how much it's breathing. You guys would have seen it's just zip tied in there, but still past scrutineering. A proper setup will get thrown in this car eventually. A couple of key takeaways from the event is we knew it was going to breathe a little bit because it was down on compression, but it's breathing quite a lot. Anthony had to empty the catch can once, and it's actually, if you guys can hear it, it's filled with oil again. So unfortunately there's not much point in doing anything more with this car and motor in its current setup. We initially had planned to throw it together for Chrome and use it for a bit of content over the next month or so until it was ready to come out and go into the S14. But if we just keep running it like this, there is the possibility that we're going to do a bit more damage to it. We do need to rip everything out and give it a compression test because Anthony actually had mentioned at one point it overheated and got up to 110 degrees, which is not good. That's very bad. But also, funnily enough, I didn't blow an axle during my skids, but on the drive home, Anthony was abiding by the road rules and he blew one of the axles himself. So you can see, oh, it's very dark, but the shaft's twisting, but the cup on the diff is not. So unfortunately we didn't make it through the weekend without at least one breakage, but it is what it is. 265 radial tyres, and it's got a pretty grippy alignment in it now. That's another thing we actually got sorted before Chrome as well. I took it down the road and we got the wheel alignment, got it driving way better. It actually has quite a bit of grip in it now. It's got almost more of a drift alignment in it. It's got almost no camber in the rear and actually had quite a bit of toe in, so it just grips and goes. But yeah, plans at the moment, we're probably going to end up pulling this engine out at some stage in the next couple of months, stripping it down, just getting it all refreshed, getting the machine work done, new rings, new bearings, new head gasket, and it'll go back together, and then it'll be going into Anthony's S14. I've mentioned in plenty of videos too that the motor in my S14 is going to be coming out after the final round of Drift South, and it'll be going into Anthony's Laurel. Once we do that, we are going to be panel and painting it, making it look like the tidy street car that it should be. And once again, it's not going to be making crazy power with my engine setup, but it'll still be making about 400 horsepower, which is kind of what it was at now, with the low compression on this motor. So it should be good. Anthony's also buying these wheels off me, so these wheels are actually going to be staying on this. I'm so excited to get this thing panel and painted and making it looking real cool. I'm also super keen to get into building my new motor for my drift car. This motor's been awesome. I brought my other S14 ages ago, the street car, and this motor originally came in that, pulled it out, threw it in this, and it hasn't missed a beat at all. The valve stem seals probably could use replacing. It does use a little bit of oil, but compression is mint across all six. It's only a 5 psi difference, not even a 5 psi difference. And yeah, never overheats or anything like that, so it's a good motor. So it'll do me for the rest of the Drift South season. We've actually got round 2 next week. We've got a track day on Tuesday, and then we've got another track day on Friday down in Timaru, and then Saturday is round 4 of Drift South itself in Timaru. They're doing a new track layout, which I'm pretty excited for. I'm just so keen to get back out there and do some more driving. We've got this to fix up. Later this week, we're going to just do our best to pull the sill out. I'm going to be chucking a new door on there, and then during the off season, when we build a new motor for this, we'll actually probably cut that whole sill out and we'll weld a new one back in. I've been saying it for so long that I do want to paint my body panels on the S14 before the season ends, but I think at this stage we're just going to run the rest of the season with the car having mismatched panels. It's not the best, I don't like it. I would much rather have it painted, but it's just money at the end of the day, and the money that we spend on doing that we can spend on other things. But definitely before next season, over the winter, when we do a bunch of stuff to it, we are going to paint it and get it looking tip top. I'll give you guys a little bit of an update on the Zafiro 2. So we had a few issues with an engine stud, but we had sent the motor off and we got that fixed. We got the engine back now. So yeah, in the next couple of days, we're gonna look at throwing the gearbox on that, and then we'll be getting the engine and gearbox into the Zafiro. So I'm keen as to get stuck back into this and get some more work done on it. And then got panel and paint to do on that, and then that is also gonna get painted. So we've got plenty of stuff coming up over the next few weeks. Even with Anthony's S14, Angus is hopefully gonna be coming over and finishing off the roll cage in it. And then once that's done, we'll start working on the tube front and the tube rear and just getting that shell ready to be painted. And then we can start putting a lot of the parts that Anthony has for it back in there. So that's gonna be good. It's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. We actually also were planning to do Chrome Day 2, but with just how much this engine was breathing, we just didn't think it was really worth it. So yeah, we didn't end up doing it. It was an expensive feat to do not that much driving. So Anthony's a little bit bummed, but yeah, at least we didn't completely blow the motor up or anything like that. But yeah, that's cars for you. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Oh yeah, GTS. G'day! That's about as far as I can get.
Alright.
G'day! Welcome to Joel Kalper's YouTube channel. I'm the fucking man, and I'm driving this.
And this is a C33 laurel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say 700, but and that's your introduction.
Turn it on, turn it on.